Hi all, this is Sia Naz and welcome back to a new year of the Diary of a Hip Hop Artist podcast. Sorry it abruptly ended last year. Got a really bad cold or virus or what it was, but I was out for 3 weeks. That was not good. It was pretty bad. I couldn't talk for a few weeks, so just had a rest. And then, of course, it was Christmas and New Year, and I hope everyone had a really good Christmas and they had an amazing New Year. So now we're back into the new year, taking a little time to get back into it, just quite a lot of personal things going on. So you've got to prioritize sometimes, and music's got to take a back seat, look after family and personal issues. So I've also been thinking about the podcast and the direction that I want it to take. Every week it's almost, I've got sort of like a schedule, and every week's almost exactly the same. So I think discussing what I do every single day is getting a bit boring. So I'm thinking, I know I've been getting some requests from other artists to do interviews, but I've just been a bit hesitant about doing that. I think mainly I've just been scared. I'm just thinking, what if they're not good or it doesn't work? But I'm actually a really good talker, and I'm very easy to talk to, very down to earth. So I'm going to start looking at that. I've just got to figure out how to, when you interview someone and they're overseas, because a lot of the requests have come from people that I've met through social media, through Instagram and Twitter, and they're all in the US. So I've just got to try and figure out how do you record a conversation on the phone. So I've just got to look into that, and hopefully I can start interviewing a few people. So that'll be interesting, just to see how people are doing and how they're making their music and their beats while they're working a second job. There's a lot of artists that's how you start. A lot of artists don't start doing music. I guess if you're younger and you're at home and all you do is just music, but there's a lot of people who are a bit older, or even people that don't live at home, who live in apartments or share houses and are working and also working on music. I'm thinking of Logic, who had like 3 jobs and was doing music at night and was really committed, so he's done really well for himself, and there's a lot of artists like that. So I'm just going to chat to a few of the people who have requested I interview them and see how everyone's doing. So I think that'll be interesting. I also noticed that some of my most popular podcasts are the ones where I address issues like depression and courage and fear, things like that. So I'll look at doing a bit of that, maybe just adding a segment about that. Might even have a chat to Music Victoria, that sort of oversees music in Victoria. And I think they've got like counselling services and things like that, and that'll be interesting because I read an article recently in the paper about that. So I might contact them on that and add that maybe every week or every few weeks, and just give some information on that and see how we go with that. That's what's been happening so far. I've also started making new beats, and really looking forward to seeing how far I can get this year, just trying to improve on beat making and on my singing and on the lyric writing, and maybe start collaborating a lot more, and that's the goal for this year. Just to keep improving. At the moment, I'm reading the autobiography of Carole King, the famous singer who put out the album Tapestry. She was saying in her early days that she wrote an enormous amount of songs. It was like her and her husband were... they got a publishing deal, and they would go to this office and everybody would be in stalls and they would write songs that way, and then they'd be competing with other people that were writing, and you could hear the other songs that people were making. They would try to be better than the other person, and that's how she started songwriting. So I didn't know that it was done like that. So and I've only written like or released like 11 songs, 10 or 11 songs, and she's written hundreds. But she also a lot of the songs, I guess because I was writing so much, a lot of the songs, and she was such a good songwriter. Well, her partner, Jerry Goffin, he was the one that mainly wrote the lyrics and she wrote the music. And a lot of their songs got recorded by big artists, namely Aretha Franklin with You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Carole King is the one who wrote that. They did write a lot of songs, like hundreds of songs, and a lot of them were incredibly successful for quite a few artists. I'm only like about a third of the way through her book, but yeah, so that's something that I've got to start doing, is writing a whole lot more and not just doing like a song a month just to try and up it. But I've just got to find my rhythm, because I know that I've tried to write a lot of songs before and it doesn't work, because I just like to take my time. I don't like to rush. But I'm thinking that if I use other people's beats, because I want to write my own, I want to make my own beats and write my own lyrics, but a lot of the top songs and top artists, they all have their songs written by like 5 people have written the song and 5 people have made the one beat. So it's like 10 people making one song, and here I am trying to do everything myself. So I've got to let go of that control and just get other beats. There's one particular beat maker that I bought 10 beats from because I had a sale on, but I haven't used it because I'm being so silly and thinking, I'm just going to make my own. I want to make my own beats. I want to do my own thing, but I'm still fairly new at beat making, so they're not the greatest. They're still good, but I've still got a lot to learn. So I'm thinking maybe if I do one more of my own and use one of theirs, because I did get like 10 beats and they're pretty good beats too, so I might look into doing that, into using those beats and trying to put out more songs and maybe work a lot more on my lyric writing, because it'd be nice to think that one of them is going to be a big hit, but chances are that it's just going to be another song. I mean, if you think of Russ, who put out like 100 songs, he was doing like a song a week, and he said he was waiting for each song, this is going to be a hit, this one's going to be a hit. And it wasn't until like 2 years later when it was like the 100th song is the one that took off. And that makes sense, because by the time you've written 100 songs, I think he made his own beats. By the time you've made 100 beats and you've made 100 songs and you've released them, I mean, your rapping will be amazing, your beat making will be amazing, your lyric writing will be amazing. So it's just a matter of persevering and getting your music out there. And it's also really important about reading what other artists are doing, so that you can find out their history and just see that not everyone is perfect and everyone's got fears and frustrations and doubts. But the key is to persevere. That's what I've found in all these the books and the articles and what I'm reading on Insta from other artists and listening to the Gary V podcasts and the Daily V and things like that. It's just about perseverance. Perseverance and patience is what Gary V always says, and that's just something I've got to remember. But it gets frustrating because I do an enormous amount of work, and it's like, when is something going to start working already? I know you've just got to persevere, because then I just keep thinking I would love to be doing music full time and have it pay me so that I can do it full time. Because I'm not too happy with, I'm sure a lot of us who are doing the 9-to-5 grind, you're not happy with it. And it's like, again, Gary Vee saying, do what you love, just go for it. I mean, obviously you've got to do your 9-to-5 and you can do the music on the side, but maybe the music can sort of power you to do the best you can, so that you're not stuck doing 9-to-5. Yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. So I have been working on 2 beats at the moment. One is called I Want It Now, and the basis of that song is that I was watching the movie Titanic. I was distracted in between it, and I thought, I really enjoyed it though. I really enjoyed the end, especially when he said to her, I can't remember exactly, but he was saying to her, I want you to live your life. And then you see her at the end and she's got all these photos of all these things that she was doing. And I've got to keep thinking to myself that I've got to live my life too, because with personal issues and things happening, you get depressed and you stop doing things and you stay home and you don't go out and you don't work on your music and you're just worrying night and day. It's not good. So I've just got to remember that, enjoy your life. So, and then I wanted to get the DVD. I didn't want to get it on the computer, like stream it or that. I just wanted a physical copy. And I went everywhere and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then that night when I got home, after going everywhere to try and find it and calling up everywhere, I just wrote, I made this beat and then I wrote a song, and it's called I Want It Now. So, and it's more of a dancey song than anything. So I'm also thinking this year I want to try different things, like different genres, just to have fun. I mean, music, you're supposed to have fun doing music, not supposed to be like deadly serious, otherwise it just gets boring. I love hip-hop, but I also love pop and dance, because I know a lot of my songs are really quite serious, and sometimes I just don't want to do that. You want to do happy stuff, so I just let the beat take me where it wants to go, and then I just write to it. So, but this one, that beat actually, I had it, and I thought, this will be perfect for I Want It Now. So I wrote it, and then I just changed around the beat so that it fits the lyrics. So that's how I Want It Now came. And another one with that I've been working on, because I Want It Now has been so difficult to do. And I just went back and had a look at some other beats that I've been working on, just short beats. And I'm just trying to finish everything. And I found one called Electric Soul. And that one's this crazy sort of like robot song. It's really cool. It's sort of like hip-hop, robot, pop, roboty song. So I'm working on that one as well. It's just driving me crazy working on I Want It Now. So then I thought I just got to work on something else because it's driving me nuts. And then I just started working on Electric Soul. So hopefully I can get 2 songs out soon and then start using the beats from the other artists that I've got. So got a few things that I want to start working on, and the podcast is one, and also maybe look at doing vlogs and just try to figure out how to do that. Because I do a lot of things at my desk at home, and that's going to be pretty boring, people sitting here watching me at my desk. So just trying to figure out how to do it so that it's entertaining, because I don't want to waste my time putting out videos that are boring and no one's going to see, because everything takes time. It's time consuming. So I just got to figure out like a topic for each video, not just have another vlog, and it's boring. I don't want to waste my time doing boring stuff. So yeah, that's another thing. So there's a few things on the cards there, and then again performing live, which I really hate to say it, I actually really hate it. I hate going to the open mic nights, and trying to remember all the lyrics as well is a bit draining, and it's not fun, and it doesn't make me happy. But I like challenging myself, and I need to do it just to get out of the house and work on something and just do something challenging, and maybe try to like it and have fun with it. So I'm going to push it a bit more this year as well and see how I go with that. But at the moment I really hate it and I don't like doing it at all. Something just says to me, just keep trying a little bit more and see how you go. So the goal with open mic nights is to try and have fun. So we'll see how that goes. So there's a lot of things there that I'm working on this year. I'm going to finish this episode with I Want It Now, and I will see you on the next podcast. If you've got any questions or comments, let me know on social media. Make sure to share this with your friends if you liked it, and let me know too. And I will see you next time. Thanks for listening. Bye.